I have to tell you the story about our piglets that were born yesterday morning. These guys are Kunekune piglets. We've got 4 live births. My husband, we had just gotten back from Gatlinburg. Our daughter had a volleyball tournament in Gatlinburg, and we had a wonderful time. My son and his wife were taking care of the farm while we were gone, and we got home late, probably a little past midnight, Friday evening, Saturday morning. And then my husband went out to take care of the animals, and he calls me and says, "Come quick and bring the kids, there's piglets." So we all come running out to see what's going on, and there were 2 live piglets that were very cold because our pigs are out in the woods in a Premier fence, electric fence. So there were 2 live pigs and 2 dead piglets. So the one was still in its sack, and then the other one had come out of its sack, but it was cold. So anyway, we scooped up we didn't necessarily scoop them up, but we were trying to encourage them to nurse on the mama. And my husband said there probably are more. And so he went walking around and discovered 2 more. So one of these buff-colored ones was walking around in our other pig's pen, and the spotted one here was shivering out like about 50 feet away. He'd gone into, or I think that's our one female. Nope, that one's a male. He was in a little concave area and just shivering and cold and not moving. So we picked them up, took them over to Mama, got them nursing, and they warmed up relatively quickly. And then once she had finished passing the afterbirth, we turned off the fence and got her up and moving, and we walked her into the barn, and that's where they've been ever since. So they're doing really well in here. Mama's happy. This is Mama. She is actually a registered Kunekune, and then the dad is not a registered Kunekune. And the story behind this and why we weren't prepared for the piglets was that I had marked on the calendar when I had seen them be romantic with each other, and I, counted out 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days from then, marked it on the calendar, and we didn't have any piglets. And I'd kind of kept an eye on her for signs of labor. Nothing was changing. I did not notice that her teats were getting any bigger or anything like that. No nesting instincts, nothing. So we also had some pig pregnancy test strips or kits, and we ran one of those on her, and it showed up as negative. So we really weren't expecting any piglets from her, and just kind of left things as is. We had gone ahead and separated the boar from her a while back because we thought maybe they were experiencing the just friends syndrome, because they just kind of were hanging out like they were friends. She didn't seem to be going into heat or anything to get him excited, so we separated them for the time being. Luckily, although I also read that Kunekune pigs, the males they're not aggressive toward the piglets, so that was a benefit. But anyway, we were surprised with these piglets yesterday morning. I was a little wondering if maybe I had come out a little bit earlier, if we would have been able to save any of the 2 that were dead, or whatnot. We did search the area around the pig pens quite a bit. We even brought out our dog to see if he might be able to sniff if there were any other piglets that had wandered off. I'm kind of questioning that whole thing. I would have assumed that they would have stayed close by. I was surprised about that, but it was cold and wet because we just had Hurricane Helen come through on the south and east coasts. So we were getting a lot of rain here in Indiana, and so thankful that we found them, and with the timing of her birth and us going out to take care of them. But they've been so cute. She's been a good mom. We've been watching them carefully. Things that we've set in place is, besides we've moved them up here to the barn, so everything's nice and clean and dry and away from drafts, and we don't have the cold ground. They are all nice and warm now. They're not shivering. She lays down and calls them over to her to feed. They are just as adorable as can possibly be. Oh my goodness, they're so cute. All snuggled next to each other. And she has laid on them twice. And so we are watching her. We've got a camera on her to so that we can check and just make sure. But I got her up as soon as, like, we were watching her very carefully the first day and got her up off of the one that she had accidentally laid on. But she lays down very slowly. She'll kind of make her little circle. She'll kind of lay down on her front side first and then slowly lay down the rest of her body and then flip on her side for the piglets to come and nurse. So that's the story of these little guys. Super cute. And they're all sleeping. Oh my gosh. They're getting adventurous today. So it's been, let's see, they're probably 36 hours old approximately. But so cute. Looks like the one's got hiccups. So cute. And yes, we've got a couple flies in here. They're just fun. I think piglets are just one of the cutest little baby animals out there. So yep, they just kind of nestle together to keep each other warm, and then Mom is over here eating, and I gotta get her some water. She's going over to the water, and it's empty because I just dumped it out and washed it. So I gotta go fill it. Over and out on the brick house. Thanks for joining us today. Like and subscribe for more videos.